Hi, this is Rock. We're going to look at the transpose function, which is, just like it sounds, a way to transpose data from its left to right to its top to bottom orientation or vice versa. So let's take a simple example. If I have the sequence of, let's say, 15, 1 through 15, I can transpose this by saying transpose, and then I can just select this as the input and it'll transpose that. So anytime you have a list of data, let's say you had something that was in a left to right orientation and you wanted it top to bottom, you could just use that transpose and encapsulate whatever you've got there. In other words, I can also take this and do it again by saying equals transpose and choose that, hit enter, and it does it again. So you can nest transpose, you can use it wherever you want to point things in the other direction. And I'm using it just with a single column or row, but the same applies for, let's say we've got a sequence of, I'm going to say 4 by 3. So that goes up to 12 with 3 columns and 4 rows. But if I transpose that, that gives me the same array, but it transposes it in terms of, it takes this leftmost column, transposes it to go left to right as the topmost row, takes this middle column, transposes it to go left to right as the middle row, takes this right column, transposes it to go left to right as the bottom row. So it's not exactly the same as just saying sequence 3, 4, which, as you see the difference here, the natural tendency is for sequence to go left to right. So know that if what you want to do is have your sequence go top to bottom instead of left to right, you can always just transpose the sequence otherwise. So that's transpose. Next, we'll look at H stack and V stack. Some of my favorites. Don't miss that one. See you then.